I kept getting the image of a tug of war. You know, opposing sides, people I mean, it could have to do with the politics of the day, but I think it's in some kind of dynamic that you're in. You know, move, counter move, something like that. And the image I got was that if you just let go, the other guys collapse because they're still exerting a lot of force, and you're just sort of, I'm not going to play this game anymore, this tug of war. Might even be something like a custody battle or something like that. 5 of Cups. It was something that was draining you emotionally. You know, it hurt your feelings. So perhaps you're just gonna, you know, decide the most important thing is to get out of this feeling of depression or sadness. It's not like it's okay. I was going to say, it's not like you're giving up the fight. You're not going passively or something like that, but I think you are moving on. You don't want to be emotionally drained anymore, so you're moving on. Ace of Wands. That's the new beginning. 10 of Wands to the Ace of Wands. You know, something, you took something as far as you could. You tried everything you could. You did most of the peddling in this situation. And it was draining your energy. So now you're inspired to go your own way. You're not playing tug of war anymore. You have a new, I love that. You have a new vision. Queen of Wands. You know, you're feeling empowered as you pull away from this person or just stop the tug of war. You know, you come into your own power. Wands are about doing things, and I think it's really like, I'm not going to stick around in this place that drains my energy. You know, Queen of Wands is very self-empowered and self-actualized. Sun card in Wands energy. You know, it's sort of like, this situation made me sad. I'm on the move. I'm moving in a new direction. Ace of Wands. Aces can speak to the eye. It's my own direction. Back into my own energy. I'm empowered. And in that same fire energy, I'm moving into the light. I'm happy. I'm exalted. I'm relieved. This is who I am. You know, you're not meant for being emotionally drained by some situation that was too much of a struggle. 6 of Pentacles. I think you have a lot to give. You have a lot to contribute. You're more interested in a give and take relationship, not in something that is emotionally draining. You want to be valued. You certainly value yourself. So what's this exchange? I think what this is, the exchange, letting go of the sadness in favor of your own power, exchanging one stance for the other. In Pentacles energy, in my life, I don't want to be drained. I want something reciprocal, somebody to give back to me. What is Queen of Wands manifesting? Eight of Pentacles. Something to do with their own work, their own creative endeavors. You may be an artist. You may have felt emotionally drained by somebody, so you're sort of rebuilding your life. It'll take time. It'll take investment. It'll take time. On Six of Pentacles, Moon card. It's a card of feelings, like Five of Cups. That's a card of being willing to submerge in an emotion, but not let it drain you. It may be that you're encountering somebody in the dreamscape, somebody who makes you happy, somebody who's willing to feel. Five of Cups, Ten of Swords. I think you're ending a cycle of having your emotional energy drained by somebody. You're walking away. You're moving on to some kind of inspired new beginning. Maybe you're focusing more on your own life, on your own work, Pentacles energy, on what makes you happy. Exchanging sadness for joy and exuberance. It's a card of Divine Feminine. I think it's a willingness to feel, but not just to feel emotionally drained. You may have been you may have been, in a tug of war with somebody and were willing to let them drain your emotional energy. I think you're exchanging that for something lighter and warmer. Moon is a card of Cancer. I think this may be going down now in Cancer season. Some kind of emotional restart. You may, in fact, be aware of something, in your unconscious. It's coming to consciousness. Maybe that you've been emotionally drained, and so you're ready to move on. And there may be as well a kind of regret about it. This is a missed opportunity, but now you're going to focus on your own work and your own life. It's a new beginning. This exchange of energy. A new beginning in personal happiness. Somehow conserving your emotional energy for yourself, for, not giving it all away. Something was very draining for you, but now there's a real potential, Ace of Pentacles, for happiness and release. Like you're able to somehow be your true self. Ace of Wands, Three of Wands. That's looking to the future. Having left something behind. Discovered a new direction for yourself, Ace of Wands. I think you're definitely moving on from something that was emotionally draining. And good on you, because you're meant for better things, for bigger things. You're Queen of Wands. And I think there's something about Queen of Wands, like you're accepting your potential for happiness. You embody it in your own life, in your own work. Yeah, I think there's a walking away here, Eight of Cups. In search of something more fulfilling emotionally, leaving somebody behind. Something's over. And I think you're walking away from a situation that was emotionally draining. You've got a lot to give. And there's some element of don't waste my time. Pentacles can speak to time. Time is precious. I've got a new opportunity up ahead. Going your own way. Okay, and this was a Aldous Huxley quote that kind of jumped out at me. Throw away your baggage and go forward. There are quicksands all about you, sucking at your feet, trying to suck you down into fear. That's why you must walk so lightly, my darling, and no luggage, completely unencumbered. No baggage, completely unencumbered. Closing out a cycle of something that was emotionally depleting. Throw away your baggage. And see, she's got somehow you're lightening the load and moving on from emotional disappointment and from somebody who was draining you. Lightly, my darling, on tiptoes and no luggage, completely unencumbered. Don't feel guilty about this if that's what you're doing. I think you're operating in your best interest. You may have some regrets about it, but you're going to do it anyway. Because you're looking to the future now, Three of Wands. and the potential for happiness. I'll see you next time.